Hey, what's up all you Tapaholics? This is Paul here, aka Paulabusa, back with another video. Now for you guys that have been following the channel, you guys know that I went to the Redmi 5 series experiential event last week and I happened to win the grand lucky draw prize. I assure you it's not rigged and I managed to win myself a Xiaomi M365 scooter. So this thing deserves a proper unboxing and review and we're gonna cover that today, and if you're interested in that, just stay tuned. And as you can see here, this is an award-winning product. It won the Best Design Award for the Red Dot Awards of 2017. I remember I said this before in my skateboard video, a PMD, personal mobility device, has got to be portable. It is meant to take you to your nearest transportation network like the train or the bus. And this thing only weighs about 12.5 kg, which means it is quite portable and the size isn't too big. One of the key things is this thing packs a lot of technologies from cars. For example, it has an ABS, anti-braking system that prevents the front wheel from skiing, and of course it also has cruise control. Without further ado, let's unbox this thing. So here we go. So I got the scooter setup here. Setup is pretty easy, just gotta attach the handlebar and basically that's it. First impressions, the scooter does feel very high quality. The metal and everything, the paintwork, the finishing, to the hand grips and the foot grips that is on the scooter feels very sturdy and very high quality. Second thing I noticed is the absolute emphasis on safety, which I've noticed very well done on this, and you can see it very clearly that Xiaomi has focused on this with the forward facing LED light and the rear light that can be always lit. I like the fact that you don't see this in many scooters. This scooter actually requires you to pedal first and reach a speed of 5 kilometers per hour before you can actually apply the accelerator. So that's another safety feature that they have included. I mean, the rear lights, the front lights, plus the ABS, plus the pedaling first before you can accelerate, all this is safety features. I mean, this tells you the emphasis on safety, and of course this scooter itself will be absolutely LTA compliant. So if you're gonna buy this scooter, you can rest assured about the quality and the safety of the product. And that's my first impression. So without further ado, I'm charging this up. I'm gonna take it to the road, take this out for further testing, and I'm gonna come back with a more further detailed review. So yeah. So we're going to cover three things here today, which is firstly the design and build, secondly the functionality, and of course thirdly the feasibility of the Mijia M365 scooter. So let's go. Now the scooter is really well built. The design is slick and everything feels really sturdy. Metal feels good. The glossy battery indicator panel and the button switch all gives it a really classy design. Also, it is very lightweight. One of the first things that you notice about the scooter is that it doesn't have a suspension like some other scooters have. What it does is it has rubber tires, and these are tube tires which absorbs the bumps when you go over the roads, and it eliminates the need to have a suspension, therefore keeping it lightweight. Thumbs up on the design and build quality for the Mijia M365 scooter. Now let's cover functionality. In terms of the top speed, the scooter goes right up to 25 kilometers an hour, which is more than enough if you're going on the pavements and the park connectors. 25 kilometers is just nice, and it complies with the 25 kilometers per hour regulation set by the authorities here in Singapore. So it is absolutely LTA compliant, so you do not need to worry about getting the LTA sticker on the second half of the year, which is a newly rolled out regulation. I am again blown away by the range as well. Now bear in mind, I am a lightweighted guy, about 54 to 55 kg, and I managed to get about 30 kilometers of range with still 20% left. I reckon this would go up to about 36-37 kilometers before it runs flat for a 55 kilo guy. So absolutely thumbs up on the range side. Now the Mijia scooter has a rear disc brake and a front motor brake, so it does work well. It coming to a complete stop only requires about maximum 10 meters. On the average, I stopped completely at 5 meters. The brakes also features regenerative braking, and that charges up the batteries as you release the throttle or apply the brakes. On the regenerative brakes, you can actually control how strong you want it to be. Remember, if you set it high, it's gonna throw you slightly off balance if you release the throttle as the engine brake kicks in. You can set this up in the Mi Home app, which controls the scooter. So since we're on the app, yes, the scooter does come with its very own companion app. This will show you a lot of details like your juice remaining, your kilometers traveled, and your total mileage, which is very useful if you're intending to sell off. So it acts as a good gauge of how much mileage the scooter has done, facilitates both the buyers to buy and the sellers to sell. The app also allows you to set up the cruise control, and it allows you to take your thumb off the throttle when you're cruising along. Speaking of the thumb throttle, that's one of the things that I didn't like. It is not a very natural movement for me, and on the first day or so I got a thumb cramp. Coming from a motorcycle background, I do prefer a handlebar throttle. From what I heard from a friend, a handlebar throttle is not allowed on e-scooters, so maybe that's why. So summing up functionality, we've got good range, we've got adequate speed, and we've got good braking with accompanying app. Again, well done on this front. Now let's cover the feasibility portion of this scooter. Again, if I talk about PMDs, referring back, the PMD is supposed to get you to your transportation network and from the transportation network to your final destination. So in terms of portability wise, I would give this scooter a 7 out of 10. It is lightweight at about 12 kg. I managed to ride to the bus stop, bring it up the bus, bring it down the bus, and head to my destination. Nowadays, on the bus, you're allowed to bring your PMDs up the bus, and there is a specific area where you can put it there, typically near the wheelchair area. The setting up and the folding of the scooter is really easy, so it typically takes about 4 to 5 seconds to just set it up. Definitely no issues on the portability. Now back in the 80s, the Japanese designed a car called the Honda City Turbo. And the uniqueness of that car is that it came with a motorcycle tucked in the back of the car. It is designed for the youngsters in a congested city like Tokyo, where people could park on the outskirts and travel to their destinations with the motorcycle. So for all you drivers, you can actually keep the scooter in the boot, and you can park somewhere outside the central area and ride into the city. So this is a map of Singapore. We are sort of like a diamond-shaped island. All the action goes down in the central area, and that's what we call the CBD area. And every time a car goes in, during peak hour, you have to pay. So what you guys could do is park at the outskirts and maybe make use of the scooter to ride around the city. Not to mention, if they were to invent a car with a motorcycle at the back, you have to pay an additional 8 grand of COE. Yes, the certificate of extortion. That's not gonna work. Buy a scooter, keep it in the boot, and you're good to go. Just one more tip though. If you feel that the ride is a bit harsh and you want to make it more comfortable, what you're experiencing is maybe the tire pressure is too high. Go to some of the petrol kiosks nearby and just let out a bit of the air. I would give this scooter an 8.5 upon 10. The Mijia M365 scooter lives up to its name. It's a really well built, well designed, cheap and legally compliant scooter for Singapore. Very sure you'll be pleased with it. The rest of the scooters out there may go up to the range of the thousands. They may be excellent, but they may not be as portable as the Mijia scooter. Given the $1,000, $2,000 scooters may be built for the enthusiasts to go faster, longer, they are not as portable and they may not be legally compliant. So I definitely recommend this scooter. Coincidentally, today is the launch of the Mijia M365 scooter here in Singapore, and as a special launch, they are selling at a price of $399 for the first 30 sets at the Suntec City store and the Causeway Point store. They're offering this offer from today till the 18th of March, and every day there will be 30 sets selling at the exclusive launch price of $399. Go check it out if you want to buy one. Tell them Paul from YouTube sent you. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Hope you guys like my scooter review. If you like this video, do leave a like down below. If you dislike it. So, this is Paul here, signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.